What's up, Eagles fans? Welcome into the All-22 review. I'm Fran Duffy, and today we're going to take a look back at the Eagles' big win over the Dallas Cowboys. Week 6, under the lights, prime time, Sunday Night Football. Huge win here in the NFC East as the Eagles stay undefeated in the 2022 season. And let's start with the end in mind, right? Let's go back to that game-sealing drive. 13 plays, 75 yards, culminates with a touchdown pass from Jalen Hurts to Devontae Smith. How did the play work? Well, it started not just earlier in this game, but it actually goes back to what the Eagles have done over the course of this entire season. The RPO game, a huge weapon for this Eagles offense. Let's take a look at 2 touchdown passes from Jalen Hurts in this game. This one going to A.J. Brown in the red zone, and this is a staple concept for the Eagles offense. This is a basic RPO. You're going to read the defensive end, and if you're going to keep the football, if you're Jalen Hurts, you've got 2 options here, and so often this ball goes to the flat. Look at A.J. Brown here. He's able to take this to the sideline, put his foot in the ground, get downhill for a touchdown. The Eagles run this concept all the time. Red zone, 3rd down, 4th down, 1st down, 2nd down, it doesn't matter. Look at all the different receivers. Zach Pascal, Dallas Goedert, Quez Watkins, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Everybody's catching these balls, and look how often it goes to the flat. Time and time again. Different variations, subtle tweaks here and there, but same general concept of what the Eagles are doing. They did it earlier in the game. 4th down, A.J. Brown, same exact play call, and they move the sticks. Well, what happens late in the game when the Eagles need a score? Down inside the 10-yard line, once again, you get the same exact play. You're going to get the read of the play side defensive end. You're going to make him wrong. You might hand it off. You might throw it. But Dallas is like, no, we're not letting this flat route catch this wide open for a touchdown. It's not happening. Both guys close in on Dallas Goedert. Jalen does a great job of getting to the second read. Devontae Smith makes himself available, and the Eagles reach the paint there. Devontae Smith for the game-sealing touchdown. And this has now been a couple weeks in a row where the Eagles have needed a late drive, 4th quarter, where they have to just melt this clock away, and the run game becoming a huge focal point once again for this offense. Again, a 13-play drive, majority of those plays runs. You go back to last week against Arizona, very similar kind of situation. The Eagles need to go and take the lead, and they lean on the run game to get it done. One play in particular really stood out against Dallas. It was called a counter read. What is that play? How does it work? Let's go to 3 examples from that game-sealing drive. One run that was really successful for the Eagles on Sunday night was the counter read play. You've got both offensive linemen on the backside pulling. You've got everybody else on the front side pinning down, and Jalen Hurts reading that backside defensive end. Again, you're trying to make him wrong. Look at Miles Sanders here. He's playing off those 2 blocks. Landon Dickerson, great block on Micah Parsons on the front side. Shocks the linebacker, creates some space for Sanders to get downhill for an X play in the run game. A little bit later, very next play, you get the same exact run play from the Eagles. Reading the backside DN, you get the pulls, you get the pins, and you get Miles Sanders reading off these plays. Look at him get skinny in the hole, stay square, keep those legs churning. Again, moving the chains, moving the football, methodically getting the ball downfield, taking the soul away from this defense. Later in the drive, same exact play. It's going to be counter read here. You get the offensive lineman pulling from the backside, the pins downhill. This time it's Kenny Gainwell. Gets skinny in the hole, stays square, jump cut against the safety, fall forward through contact. Outstanding job from these Eagles runners and Jalen Hurts and the offensive line on these counter read plays. All right, so the last clip I want to show from that drive had to do just with some complementary pieces, namely Kenny Gainwell coming through in a big way here a couple of times on that final drive. Here's some examples that really stood out to me. Maybe not the names you're well aware of. A couple more key plays here from the Eagles offense on that big drive late in the game. Kenny Gainwell with a key chip block on Micah Parsons here to help spring Jalen Hurts for a scramble and a 1st down. Great job there. Jordan Mailata focusing on his block. This is an outside zone stretch play to Boston Scott. The softness that Mailata creates there on that play helps move the football on 1st down. Then a little bit later, 3rd and 4. Watch Jordan Mailata on this play on the backside. Kenny Gainwell staying square to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4. You pick up 5. Eagles move the chains. Little things, tiny details in this Eagles offense helped keep the chains moving on this pivotal drive. Last clip here on offense, just sticking with the run game. I thought Miles Sanders ran really decisively, really confidently throughout the course of the night against the Dallas Cowboys. 3 of my favorites happened right in the middle of the game. We'll start with his touchdown run early in this football game. I thought Miles Sanders ran really well on Sunday Night Football against the Dallas Cowboys. Good example here. Low red zone run on the 5-yard line. Miles Sanders, 13 personnel, 1 receiver in the game. That receiver is going to be used in jet motion. Look how it affects the 2nd and 3rd level of this Cowboys defense. You're removing a couple players from the box. Miles Sanders doesn't like that linebacker, Van Der Esch, is there in the B gap, presses inside, sucks that linebacker in, and then bounces back out, stays square to the line of scrimmage, falls forward through contact, and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Outstanding run there from Miles Sanders. A little bit later in the game, not 13 personnel, 12 personnel set, and watch Miles here. Again, doesn't like the hat placement of the nose tackle in the backside A gap. So look at the little bounce here. The jump cut gets through the hole in the A gap, and he's able to get downhill. Really decisive running from Miles Sanders in this game. One more example, and I loved this one. This is from late in the game. Just outstanding execution from everybody, backside and front side along this Eagles offensive line. Tight ends involved. You got one player left for Miles Sanders. It's the safety. He makes him miss. That's an 8-yard gain on 1st and 10. Just an outstanding example of decisive running and this Eagles offense moving the ball when they need to on the ground. Getting over to the defensive side of the football, CJ Gardner-Johnson, 2 interceptions. First Eagles safety to do that in almost 6 years. Outstanding performance there from the new Eagles safety. How did Gardner-Johnson come up with the 2 picks? Let's take a look back and see what the film showed us. Let's take a look at CJ Gardner-Johnson's 2 interceptions against Dallas on Sunday night, and a lot involved here with this play. Big night for number 23, CJ Gardner-Johnson. The Cowboys, base personnel, extra offensive lineman in the game as a fullback. That is a run look all day on 1st and 10, but off play action, this is going to be double curls. James Bradbury, he reads this route the whole way. He knows the route concept. He's able to jump this route, intersect it at the catch point, and then it becomes a tip drill, and number 23, Gardner-Johnson, comes down with the football, gives the Eagles the ball in positive territory to extend their lead. Now, look at the job the Eagles defense does of flowing to the football. It's like water to a drain. Look at all the green jerseys surrounding the football. CJ's the guy, the Johnny on the spot, but Reddick's there, Slay's there, Edwards is there. Bradbury does an outstanding job getting the ball up, and any one of a number of his teammates can come down with a great job by the Eagles defense on that play. Later in the game, the pivotal play, you've got play action once again, and this ball is going to be underthrown. Dallas is hoping for a double move down the left sideline. This is going to be a big throw from Cooper Rush if he's able to make it, but it's underthrown, and Gardner-Johnson's able to come away with a diving interception. Great play from the post from CJ, but why does that ball underthrown? Look at the pressure up front. Javon Hargrave, Brandon Graham, both guys able to win their one-on-one, impact the throw. Rush can't step into it, and you've got Gardner-Johnson coming away with the diving interception. Full team defense on display on those 2 turnovers. Sticking in the back 7, one guy that really stood out to me on tape in this game, linebacker Kaiser White, flying all over the field. Pass coverage, rushing the passer, run defense, inside, outside the box. Just did an outstanding job, made his presence felt in this football game. Here are a handful of my favorite plays from number 43, Kaiser White. Really impressed with the play of linebacker Kaiser White on Sunday, and it started early on. This is the second play of the game. Watch him pattern match here in the middle of the field. He gets matched up with CeeDee Lamb on an option route underneath, gets the pass break up, undercutting the route from the backside. Great play there from Kaiser White. TJ Edwards had a play just like it late in the game as well. Both linebackers showing up in coverage. You get a little bit later, and it's not just the pass game with Kaiser White. Watch him here fly downhill. Watch him take the space that's given to him. He's able to trigger downhill and close the gap between he and the running back on the backside. Phil, great job there from number 43 filling this gap. Watch him here now. You get Milton Williams. He's going to cross into the A gap. Kaiser White's going to make him right, get into the B gap, stay square to the line of scrimmage, and get running back Tony Pollard down at the line. Outstanding job there from Kaiser White. Here, Milton Williams facing a double team. Look at Kaiser White. Get downhill, get that double team off his defensive tackle, stay alive, and make the play at the line of scrimmage. Great job there from Kaiser as well. And we'll take a look at one more play. This time, down on the line of scrimmage. Don't block him one-on-one with a tight end. It's not going to work. You see him here. Stack, shed, get off the ball, fight through contact, and get the ball carrier down. Kaiser White, really impressive performance on Sunday against Dallas. So the Eagles go into the bye week 6-0, lone undefeated team in the NFL. A lot to think about, a lot to improve on here with this football team. We'll be back in a couple weeks here on the All-22 Review.